Wyclef Jean, BKS1 Radio. Let's go.
This is Essence Atkins, and this is BKS1 Radio.
Hi, this is Melba Moore, and you're listening to BKS1 Radio.
Yo, check it out. What's the deal? This the chef. Giving a big shout out to my peoples. Big KS, you already know what it is. Salute.
What's up? It's your girl Monifa, and I'm hanging with BKS1 Radio.
Hi, I'm Iyanla Vanzant, and you're listening to BKS1 Radio.
BKS Radio, baby.
Hey, this is Jasmine Guy for BKS1 Radio.
What's going on? This is Lamont Rooker, and this is BKS1 Radio.
Shout out to BKS1, the best kept damn secret in the business.
Hey, what's up? This is Raven Goodwin from BET's Being Mary Jane, and shout out to BKS1.
Hi, this is Leon. You're watching BKS1 Radio.
BKS1. God bless y'all.
Clap, clap, clap.
What's up, y'all? Good morning.
What's up, y'all?
Tell you, man.
Jingle. I see it. Jingle.
I pray nothing ever happened to me.
Damn, yo.
Good morning.
That's how we gonna start the show?
It's the official Man Cave Morning / Afternoon Show.
Good evening.
We are in the building.
/ evening.
Yes. Peace and blessings to everybody, man. Listen, it's been an incredible weekend. But first and foremost, real quick, let's shout out the squad.
Yes.
Man, what a weekend. To my right, we got the man that always had the plan. Together we understand. We call him what? DJ Smooth P.
Bars.
In the building.
No doubt.
Bars.
And sitting next to us, to the left, we have the beautiful, the talented, the vivacious, 1/3 of the R&B group Allure. We call her Hurricane Kiss.
I tried. Hello, good day, people.
I
Good
got
day,
magic power. I did that without even touching it.
Oh, yeah?
All right now.
Oh, yeah, that's what's up. That's what's up.
Mental
We are in the building today.
And you, sir, before we are in the building, have to introduce yourself, kind one.
The man in the blue in the middle thinking everything he got to do.
Okay.
We call
Bars.
He trying.
We call him Storm Northern General.
What's up, people?
In the building.
I'm
Way better
humbly
than me.
Storm Northern General. Peace and blessings to everybody on the check-in. I'm just happy to be here. Happy I woke up this morning.
Come on now.
Yeah, we trying to get it right, man. We trying to get it right. That's all right. I'm here for y'all. All right. Shout out to everybody on the check-in. Shout out to Carolyn Holland on the check-in. Shout out to Phyllis Woodbury on the check-in. Reggie Solomon on the check-in.
Hey, y'all.
Steve Irwin Holmes on the check-in. Wanda Carden on the check-in. Shout out to Cass Miner on the check-in. Alicia Mitchell on the check-in. Good afternoon. Shout out to my man Yusef on the check-in. Shout out to Maria Jordan as y'all trickle in on the FB side. On the check-in. Shout out to Ramut. Shout out to Tammy Knight. Shout out to Sienna Robinson. Shout out to Denise Sparrow. Now, real quick, shout out to everybody right now watching us live on YouTube. Salute, peace, and blessings to everybody watching us live right now on Twitter and Periscope. Shout out to everybody watching us live right now on the mother site, WBKS1.com. And shout out to everybody listening to us live on what? The TuneIn app. Listen, if you don't have the TuneIn app by now, please download it, get it. It's free, people.
It's free.
All your favorite radio stations from around the world is on the TuneIn app, and guess who's on there? BKS1 Radio. Yes, WBKS1.com. You can listen to all your favorite shows, and especially the Man Cave Morning / Afternoon Show. All right? And shout out to everybody on my personal FB page. You know I love y'all. Peace and blessings. Lots going on. First and foremost, I'd be remiss if we didn't say rest in peace to rapper, Grammy-nominated rapper, entrepreneur, humanitarian, Nipsey Hussle. Rest in peace.
Salute to you, sir.
Yes, salute to you. Prayers and condolences to Nipsey's family. There's a lot going on around that, so we're going to talk about it today. And let me just give real quick shout out to Taisha Smith on the check-in, Tavis Keats, Denise Sparrow, and everybody trickling in. Let's go right into this thing, man. I'm hearing a lot. So I'm hearing a lot of different things. And I get it. You know, it was a shock to me when I got the news. And, you know, so I hear so many different things. He was shot 3 times. He was shot 6 times. He was shot, 5 times to the body and 1 time to the head. Military style shooting. There's so many different things going in. that I'm hearing about this whole situation. Now, here's one thing as a people, and this is real talk. We gotta stop doing this. We need to get more of the facts first.
We need to get information
before we make any types of assumptions on anything. Just get the information first, right. All right? Because a lot of times we thrive and we ride off emotions.
Yeah,
right.
You know, we just ride off emotions. What? Oh my God! So let's find out some more facts first. All right. So there's a lot of different scenarios. So of course, we want to talk about the Dr. Sebi thing.
Mm-hmm.
All right. We're going to talk about Dr. Sebi, and then we also going to talk about just being successful in your own community, in your own hood.
Yeah.
And a lot of times when you're successful in your own hood and you stay in your own hood, the love don't come from your own hood.
Yeah.
We need to be clear about this too.
Right.
You know, a lot of times the biggest support, and I know because I'm a business owner, the biggest support a lot of times comes from strangers. People you don't even know.
Yep.
Yeah.
That will support you, and that will help your business thrive, and that will have your back or whatever. And sometimes, you know, that hood love ain't really love.
Fake love.
It's a lot of fake love.
Yeah.
Especially when you're doing things that others wish they was doing, or, you know, the green-eyed monster kicks in, and that jealousy rears its ugly head and everything like that. So I'm hearing so many different conflicted reports, and I get it. I get it, man. Listen, what he was about to do was he's about to bring forth
things that he was already doing.
Yeah,
right.
Things he was already doing. He was about to bring forth this documentary about Dr. Sebi, and we're going to talk about Dr. Sebi and all of that. If you want to call in and talk about what we're discussing, please call in 646-233-1302. Flo Queen, I'm going to read comments too. Shout out to Tony James on the check-in. We see you. Robert Parham on the check-in. We see you. Terrence McWilliams. We see you. Mal Davis. We see you. Now, Flo Queen said they're trying to start a gang war out there so they can bring in the National Guard. Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, that's crazy. And Flo Queen said media calling this gang related when it's deeper than that. Yeah, I believe it is deeper than that.
Well, let me say this. Let me preface this first and foremost. Like I said, the way that he was shot, like I said, it was 5 to the body, 1 to the head. That's a military style of getting in and getting out and neutralizing people. We all know that jokers in the hood don't know how to shoot. That's first and foremost. Jokers in the hood watch too many movies. You know, they want to shoot handguns sideways, and they want to spray up everything like they Scarface, you know, so that in itself tells you that it's not gang related, because jokers in the hood don't shoot like that. People who train, who go to ranges, who go out in fields and stuff like that, shoot like that. So let's knock it off, media, with, you know, it's a gang related thing, because jokers in the hood don't shoot like that. Period. They don't go to ranges. They don't, like you said, they think it's cool to hold the gun sideways, pow, 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 and just to spray up the joint. You know, yeah, we gonna spray everything. They not doing precise body shots and then headshots. They don't do that.
Now I will say this, bro. I will say this. You gotta understand. The gangs that we know and that we are familiar with and all of that, and from back in the day, from when we grew up, it's totally different than the gangs now. I hate to say this, but certain gangs and affiliations around the country is trained by military. And they have military training, and they're selling. Listen, and they get their weapons,
militia?
And they get their weapons from the military.
Militia, yes.
I'm just saying. So I'm not, like I said, I can't make no speculation until we get more details and more information, and that's what everybody needs to do. More details and more information needs to come out. You know, so right now we can only speculate. Now, as far as the whole Dr. Sebi thing, all right, I want to say this as far as what's going on with that. If you really think about it, this Dr. Sebi thing is nothing new. Like, the information
it's been out there.
It's been out there for years and years and years.
Yeah,
you know, it's all over the internet. You can Google anything about Dr. Sebi. You can get information about what he was trying to do and his treatments and his diets and all of that. So that information has been exposed out there, right? So even with the trial, that which this documentary that Nipsey was working on is going to was focusing on the trial. that happened with Dr. Sebi and everything. We know a lot of people don't know he won the trial.
Yeah.
He won 2 cases, right? Because when they took him, they took him to the court because they wanted him to stop running ads in the New York Times or whatever, saying that he can cure AIDS. So basically, they took him to court for that.
Tried to say that he was practicing medicine without a license, when actually he wasn't.
Yes, and that none of his practices was approved by the FDA and all of that. All right, so my thing was, right?
Because the FDA is not for you. Just know that.
Yeah, people. But my thing was when he won the case, okay, he brought 70 people in there that said they were cured by him and his techniques and all of that.
Yeah.
In which that's how he won the case.
Yes.
It was 70 people that came forward and said, yes, I had this disease and whatever, and they had documented proof. Right?
Yeah.
And he won the case. All right, so that's public knowledge. So when people saying, you know, like what, and shout out to Nipsey and you know, with him wanting to bring this documentary forward and everything like that, the information was already out there. So if you're trying to silence, like what were they really trying to silence? If this was the case, what were they really trying to silence? Where I could just read all the information I want to. You just
said it. People got to read. So that's what they're trying to silence. See, it's a big difference in people who will actually pick up the book and read the information and do the research versus once you make it visual and somebody sit down and watch a movie or a documentary before they pick up a long book and say, oh, I'm going to read this. Everybody's not built to do that.
Right.
There's some people who love to read, who read every day of their life. You know what I'm saying? There's some people who will never read a book. But the fact that it would be put out there in the form of a movie, a documentary, that just would have made it, it'll reach more people that way, because people would have went out to go see it, and it would enlighten some people to, excuse me, so, some of the practices of Dr. Sebi of, trying to alkaline your body and what you should eat and what you shouldn't eat. The food and drug industry are two of the biggest entities that there are, period. Food and drug, period. You got to eat, right? You got to eat to survive. And let the doctors tell you need to take these medicines to survive also if you get sick. So here this man in one sitting is trying to show you how both of those are lies. He's trying to show you how to eat to live. And if you do happen to get sick, I can show you how to cure yourself without using all these medicines. Right. Mother Nature has a cure for everything. For any ailment that there is, there's a natural cure for it. Right. But the Food and Drug Administration, the FDA, who's supposed to be for you, the Food and Drug Administration doesn't want that to get out because they're in bed with the food companies who are poisoning our food, who are putting all these pesticides and vegetables and steroids in food, and the drug companies. That's a whole nother entity that definitely doesn't want him curing stuff like AIDS, diabetes, all these things that, all this big funding comes from every year that they need this money for. The cure, and this is the way that the medical field feels. It makes sense. If I cure you, right, that means your customer wants. If I give you stuff to sustain your life, it might not be the greatest life, but at least you're alive, right? I have a customer for as long as you're around.
Right, but the thing is, we know all this information. Yeah. We talked about it countless times on the show about the Food and Drug Administration, Big Pharma,
it's
all
horrible.
Of that, and everything. We talked about that, but dealing with the issue at hand with Nipsey and Dr. Sebi, a lot of people don't even know who Dr. Sebi is.
Yeah, you're right.
And that's the crazy thing about it. So it's like, okay, so there's a picture of Dr. Sebi, guy who the cure for AIDS, cancer, and heart disease, and basically it was just talking about mainly clean eating.
Yes,
clean eating, in which we're all starting to know about. Which of course Big Pharma is fearing that. Of course these organizations, they're fearing that. All of that clean eating, and more people are becoming vegans and vegetarians and all of that. Right.
But not scared these companies are about
that.
But
the knowledge is out there now.
But that's what it is. I think point blank period, anything that somebody's calling.
Yeah, we don't do unknown You block your number. We're not taking
We're not
your
going
call.
to answer.
All right.
I think point blank, period, whenever it involves anybody, any one of us, I have to say, they always say a knowledgeable black man is like a threat. If we know too much, they get scared.
Right.
Anything that's going to take away from the government making money, because that's all it is.
Exactly.
We live in a society where we pay less attention to the word of God and what we're supposed to know, like things like natural remedies, things that are obvious as far as, you know, it pertaining to our health and getting better and whatever the case is.
Yeah.
And we give so much praise and so much attention and time to these doctors that we're in a world where the doctors have to say so.
Yep.
They diagnose us. They tell us we're bipolar. They tell us that we suffer from depression, and this may be true. But at the same time, does this mean that we have to be pumped with all this medication? Does it mean that all this money has to go into, you know, all these meds that are to me somewhat making us worse? And if once you start messing with the government's money,
man,
it's like, okay, let me shut these motherfuckers up because now I'm gonna go broke.
If you think that these big companies,
these corporate
don't have hit squads,
please. Oh, the government is the worst mafia.
You are crazy
ever.
Not even the government, but the government too. I'm talking about these companies, these billion-dollar companies, these food companies, these drug companies. If you don't think that they have hit squads,
right,
then you are
bugging.
crazy.
Look, bugging.
I agree with that and what Flo Queen said. Holistic doctors have been killed.
Yes, they're doing that on a regular.
Absolutely.
This is true. Real quick, no matter what platform you are listening to us on this morning, we're going to talk about some things. Hit the share button.
Yes.
Click the share button. Just click it right now. Show a sign of support. Boom. Click the share button. No matter what platform.
That's free too.
We're going to, yeah, that's free. It won't cost you nothing. Just click the share button right now. We want to see you do it. Salute and peace and blessings. Shout out to Lucille Rose. Hey, Miss Pearl. She said, peace and blessings.
Mama.
My final deceit family. I miss you. This situation is sad. They never want a black man to bring the truth to light about anything that's going on to benefit our community. MLK, Malcolm X, Dr. Sebi. I pray. Lauren, after her grievance finished this. I'm sorry, the thing keep moving. If somebody could read that, because the thing keep moving to other comments. Shout out to Jude Flex Joseph Sr. said these companies and governments will pay your closest people to get you.
Man, listen.
Yeah, but see, here's the thing. It could be so many different scenarios. We don't know. And so you got to understand, he was building up in his community. He owned that strip mall building.
Yep.
He owned it. Besides his own clothing line, Marathon Clothing. This is it right here, and everything. He owned that, and he was about to open up a school for the inner city youth to teach them technology.
Right.
So, from what I understand too, there's a lot of stories floating around out there that he beat out somebody, that somebody else was trying to do that, right? And he got the go ahead to do that, and the contract or whatever the case may be, the situation. And we don't. There could be so many different scenarios, man. And then again, remember, there's where he came from. There's a lot of people that still hating, still jealous. There's a lot of hate. There could be so many different scenarios. He's not the first person that wanted to make something about Dr. Sebi or do a TV show or a film or whatever like that. And then think about it. Nobody's trying to kill the person or kill the people that made Forks Over Knives. You saw that, right? Forks Over Knives on Netflix, and they got so many they got so many other ones that's really shutting down the food industry and shaking up Big Pharma. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, because the information is out there.
Right.
That's what I'm saying. It could be
doing their research.
It could be way more to it. I believe they were trying to either silence him or stop him from doing something. I don't know if the documentary necessarily was the case, because all that info was out there, people. That's all I'm saying. Let's wait for more information before we make assumptions. All right, and we ride this whole conspiracy plane. We don't know.
But it's my thing. We say wait for more information. There's gonna be no more information that comes out of this.
It might be.
I'm gonna tell you why it's not.
A lot of whistleblowers is coming forward. I didn't even got that story. There's another whistleblower that came forward about the security situation in the White House.
Really?
This morning.
Yeah, I heard about that.
And she was nervous. She's like, she made sure. She said, "Look, I'm going to tell y'all everything."
Wow. Really?
But just make sure y'all got my back.
Wow.
Right. Yeah,
she might come up
came
missing.
forward this morning.
That's crazy.
People just, they tired of the government and the system lying to us about certain situations, whatever. People getting tired of. Even people that once was for it, are getting a conscience and they're becoming whistleblowers and they telling everything. So I'm just saying, let's wait for more information.
I just think it's sick for every little thing. Like people, there's kids losing. His kids lost their father.
Yes,
you took this woman's king away from her in front of him. Like he literally was just posing in a picture with his daughter seconds or minutes before he was gunned. Like I don't understand what the mentality is out here, that people just think you could just take lives like it's nothing. Like it's nothing. And it's not even just people like him who have, who are doing so much for the community and have so much more to do. It's just I'm talking about just innocent lives, period. Like it's getting to the point that it's like, like me as a mother and as a woman raising a grandson, like I don't remember us coming from an era. I know I came from an era where I wasn't afraid like that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I wasn't afraid to grow. I wasn't afraid to have dreams and to think like, oh, when I get older and I have a son, I want him to be, a king and do whatever he want. My daughter too. And it's like now I'm like, what? Now we got to fear to raise our kids and to teach them that they can do whatever they can. Yeah. But they're seeing shit like this and they're like, can we? You know what I mean? I just think stuff like this is gonna really stunt the growth of a lot of the youth, because they're gonna be afraid to be able to say like, oh, I can't do anything because then if I try to, I'm gonna get gunned down, I'm gonna get killed.
I think Gloria character, she hit the nail on the head. She said, hey y'all, Nipsey tried to do too much for the community and his people. A lot of people were hating on him. Haters literally wanted nothing but to stop his shine.
Right.
And I won't even say just to the people around you, but and I read something earlier. Norm said, I'm not sure if that's a meme or whatever, but I believe it. Something that they said J. Edgar Hoover said when he was the head of the FBI, and somebody asked him, "What do you think is the greatest threat to the United States?" And he was like, the unity of Negroes.
Yep.
And I still believe that people feel that way. When you have a young man such as a Nipsey Hussle who came up from where he came from, he originally did come up in gangs. He lived in LA in the times where it was gang infested and everything was crazy. You know what I'm saying? But a young man at 33 has changed his life around, started a rap career, became an entrepreneur, and started to be a community activist. You know what I'm saying? He was a Crip. But so he was a Crip for what the Crips were started for, to be a community activist. You know what I'm saying? So once they see that you take the negative thing that they perpetuated, they made the gangs turn into gangs and start doing negative things, giving them guns and stuff like that. But when you see that what you perpetuated turn into the positive, they don't want to see that narrative. They don't want to see these young black men stand up telling kids, nah, I don't want you out here selling drugs. You know what I'm saying? And I own this building, so guess what? I'm telling you, you can't make your money like this. I can give you a job. You know what I'm saying? I can show you how to, hey, this food is no good for you. I can show you how to grow your own food, and you can feed you and your family. You ain't got to worry about this. And you got to, they don't want that.
Right.
Once they start seeing stuff like that, you best believe we will all be gunned down for that. They don't want us to be a positive unit. Once we start to come and that's their figure. Like I said, they're trying to start a gang war. So they figure we come in here, we do this like this, and now we're going to get everybody all riled up. They're going to start and burning shit down
it's them against themselves.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And it's sad that our so-called government operates like that. It's crazy to me.
Well, you know what, and again, I do think. Shout out to Flo. She said there's cameras on
everywhere.
Crenshaw and Slauson everywhere and everything. And that's true. That's what I'm saying. Let's wait.
Right.
Let's wait.
But even with Gloria, she said if no one gets convicted, then I'm convinced that it was the government. But even with the government, not for nothing, we can't even be convinced of that, because the government has a really, really shitty way of picking people to say this is the person who did this, our suspect, this is our person in question.
They'll drop somebody right there. So
we can't believe nothing that says us no more at all.
I get it.
At all.
And
they're gonna protect themselves before they protect us any day.
But see, this is why too. Listen, and I'm saying this to all these soldiers on the street, y'all on the street, whatever like that. y'all got to stop working for the government.
Man, let's crack that
and this is real talk.
Yeah,
this is real talk.
Doing their dirty work for them.
Listen. I'm gonna get this charge dropped for you. If you do this, if you take care of this situation, or I'm going to pay this off for you, I'm going to get you this car, whatever like that. It's like, listen,
or even
some of our owners selling out.
Oh yeah,
selling out for some type of monetary gain or some type of gain or whatever like that to take care of their dirty work.
But we got to stop.
So their hands can get wiped clean.
We got to stop working for them inadvertently, though. Like I said, I get what you're saying,
right? Yeah,
but they're working for them anyway, without getting that. Just being in the streets, killing each other over nonsense and nothing. Over something, you're killing yourself. You killing each other over something that you don't own. Oh, this is my block. This ain't your block. Show me anything on this block that you own.
Right.
When it actually can be your block, if you want it to be, if you got together, stuck together, and became entrepreneurs and bought up the block. Buy this block up. If you want to own this block, you can own it. But let's do it the right way. And let's make the block grow. Let's make it prosper. Let's not make it full of bloodshed and negativity, drugs and this and that. But
I feel like that's gonna happen anyway because they don't want to see us win. Point blank. Period. They don't want to see us do well. They don't want to see us making a difference. They don't want to see us in positions where they feel.
A black man mask, trying to so knock it off. But yes, I'm sorry. If you want to reach this, I'm sorry. It says, I'll try to read from here.
Because I got to load up.
Los Angeles Police Department say homicide detectives are looking for a suspect who fled the scene after Sunday's fatal shooting of Grammy-nominated rapper Nipsey Hussle, as well as canvassing for witnesses and security camera footage that may provide clues. The 33-year-old rapper, whose real name was Emmaus Eshadam, was shot multiple times outside in South Los Angeles apparel store. The marathon closing around 3:20 p.m. 2 other men were shot along with him, but survived and are in stable condition, officers said. LAPD officer Mike Lopez told USA Today that one person fled in a vehicle after the shooting, and the department later tweeted the suspect is a black male. Of course, like we said, LAPD South Bureau Homicide is conducting an investigation to locate him and anyone else involved in this. Now, I've heard some stories of some of the people who were actually.
This came from the mayor. Yeah,
I'm sorry. I'm about to say who lives in that area and knows that area well, says that there's no way that in the middle of the afternoon on a Sunday, with the way that traffic is, that you can do a drive-by and get out of there, unless something was orchestrated to get them out of there. But I'm sorry. Our hearts from the mayor, Eric Garcetti. Our hearts are with the loved ones of Nipsey Hussle and everyone touched by his awful tragedy. LA is hurt deeply each time a young life is lost to senseless gun violence. My crisis response team is assisting the families coping with shock and grief. But I mean, that's crazy. Like I said, people who are saying, like, listen, there's no way possible that time of day on Crenshaw Avenue on a Sunday that you can get out. They said it's just not happening. So how is it so convenient that this day of all days, after 3 men are shot in broad daylight, that somebody can get into a vehicle and they can scurry out of there unseen, like just disappear and into the thin air.
Yeah, this another and then we read the West name. So for those that don't, a lot of people saying they don't know who Nipsey Hussle was. I know my wife didn't and everything. He's a native of Crenshaw. Hussle said in 2014 interview with Vlad TV that he had joined the Rolling 60s, that's a neighborhood Crips, as a teen. See, I grew up in gang culture. He told the Los Angeles Times in 2018. We dealt with death, with murder. It was like living in the war zone where people die on these blocks and everybody is a little bit immune to it. I guess they call it post-traumatic stress. when you have people that have
People
been
that
at
have been
war
Mhm.
for such a long time. I think LA suffers from that because it's not normal yet. We embrace it like it is after a while. Shortly before the shooting, the rapper tweeted, having strong enemies is a blessing. Wow. He
Crazy.
tweeted that shortly before the shooting. Having strong enemies is a blessing. So somewhere in his mind, he knew he had some strong enemies.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And it's like
Just
crazy.
some comments.
I'm sorry. I was about to say it's crazy because for those of you who have been following us from the beginning, if you remember, we actually had we interviewed Nipsey Hussle early in his career and early in our career in radio, and even then, was a, stand-up guy, made great music, and we wished him much success, and he became very much so successful because he had that drive. So it's a little more, it's even a little more personal to me personally. It is because I see where this young man came from, and I see all the strides that he had taken to make a better life for himself and the people around him, and for him to be gunned down, at such a young age. 33 is a baby.
Right.
He's 3 years older than my oldest son right now. So that's crazy to me. He's a baby.
Yeah,
and
shout out to Kenny, Kenneth Turner. Kenny, what's up, man? He says his legacy of a better community has to go on. His story from origin to business activists should be told to all, and how this is just another way of trying to keep our people behind and blindfolded to what's going on against us. Now, see, that's the key thing, is that what he was trying to do, that somebody picks up that ball and runs with it.
Right.
So hopefully, like everybody is doing a lot of talk.
Yeah.
Hopefully the hip hop community and just the community in general rallies behind this and finishes what he tried to start.
Yeah.
Including the documentary, Can't Kill Us All.
Well,
I
I heard
remember
somebody said, I've seen a couple people saying that Nick Cannon was talking about picking up from where he left off and finishing the documentary.
Yeah, and see, my thing is, listen. So you got to understand. Sometimes too, you may get copycats. So you may get somebody mentally disturbed. It's like, oh, okay, like they saying anybody that touched this Dr. Seti thing or whatever, ends up like this or whatever. So we don't really know the mindset. Sometimes we could be thinking it's the government and it's somebody trying to do a copycat situation or whatever. We don't
to be famous.
Be famous. We don't know. So just listen, man.
Careful.
Everybody just got to be careful. So if Nick Cannon picks it up, and rocks out with it, just be careful.
Be careful. Protect yourself behind it. Because like he said, if I get murdered behind this Dr. Sebi thing, y'all better ride with me.
Yeah. It's that's what it's crazy to me. It's crazy to me how true activists, when people are really trying to do something for their people, it's like they know. They know. Look at the Malcolm. Look at the King. Like, people, it's like they know. It's like, what, I'm rubbing too many people the wrong way. Saying we're trying to do something right, and it goes back to what I say. And I know you always say, "No, P, I ain't dying for enough." It goes back to it. You have to, if you're going to live, you have to be willing to die for something. If it's for the betterment of my family or my people, and I'm not saying do nothing illegal on that, but I'm just saying, like, what he's doing, like, he made this tweak, so he knows that I'm trying to make things better for my people, and I might lose my life for it. So the average joker might be like, well, you know what, maybe I need to step back, I'm not losing. But no, he didn't do that. And that's why I say we gotta be willing to stand for something. If we're gonna get anywhere in life, you got to be willing to stand for something. And I hate to say it, sometimes standing for something means you might have to die, because you got people out there who are not going to like what you're trying to do. But at the end of the day, what I'm saying, if it's on your heart and if it's something that you're really passionate about, you got to stand your ground, and you just got to hope on the lighter side that it don't happen. But like I said, he knew it was a possibility, and look what happens.
Let me run this clip of I guess this guy is what is he, like a life coach, motivational guy? Clip you sent me with him. He was talking about military style or whatever.
Oh yeah, I forgot his name. But he basically goes around and posts videos just in general about current events or whatever. And he was just discussing the possibilities behind how he was killed and the the 33 and like all the
You know what? Even before I run that, here's a clip with Nipsey with Charlemagne and something and something Nipsey was talking about. I want y'all to listen to this young man. Just listen to Nipsey real quick.
Okay,
get it right, man.
What makes you want to do a documentary about Dr. Sebi?
I think the story is important. I think it's a powerful narrative.
It is.
You know what I mean? And I think imagine this, anybody in this room, if I could say, hey, somebody cured AIDS, y'all be like, yeah, right. And then I could show you an example of him going to trial and proving in a court to a jury that he cured AIDS. Y'all would be interested in that.
Absolutely.
And y'all would look into the way he did it, right? So I feel like more so than like champion his products or explaining his methodology, put some light on that case.
Imagine being able to cure cancer or being able to cure any type of herpes, just all kinds of
And that's what he do, by the way.
That's what he did. He's
documentary. Okay,
get it right, man.
What makes you want to do a documentary?
See, again, now, just listening to him, whatever, like, this is something he felt passionate about.
Mm-hmm.
Something he wanted to get done or whatever like that. And it still could be done. And there's enough information, again, man, on Dr. Sebi that is out there for everybody to check out and read and whatever. And
like you said, the only thing that he was trying to do with his documentary, which was what happened, like I said, it just shine a light on it.
Right.
Okay, like you just said, Storm, it's there already. So I'm going to shine a light on it for you to be interested enough to go and seek it out.
Yeah, because he knows that the younger generation is not going to go out there and put their best foot forward to open up a book or to go to the library and go online. They're not going to use their phones for anything other than downloading music and going to YouTube for crap, as opposed to going and researching shit that's important to your life.
Yeah.
So why not be somebody from the hood that people are going to look up to because of everything I'm already doing? So guess what? Now that I got your attention with everything that I'm doing, maybe now you'll listen to me when I say this, because they're not going to do the research.
Now, real quick, just for those, we're talking about Dr. Sebi. There are some people that still don't know who he is or whatever. So, like, just a few facts real quick. So, Dr. Sebi rose to cult-like fame, pushing a simple dietary premise that food is alkaline for the body.
Right.
And dead foods kill your body's natural ability to heal and regenerate healing. By eliminating what Dr. Sebi considered toxic foods like meat, poultry, seafood, all processed or synthetic items, alcohol, sugar, fried food, and iodized salt, the body could begin detoxing, replacing those foods with plain ripe fruit, non-starchy vegetables, especially leafy greens, raw nuts, and nut butters, and grains like quinoa, rye, and kamut promotes the body's natural healing properties. In doing so, he claimed to have cured several patients of AIDS, cancer, diabetes, and blindness. Yeah. All right, and some quick facts about the case.
And it's not even claimed.
All right,
it happened.
Right. So the myth about Dr. Sebi grew stronger in 1988 after the self-taught herbalist ran ads in the Amsterdam News, the Village Voice, and the New York Post, noting that AIDS has been cured. So I remember those ads.
Yeah.
All right. So the story goes that New York's State Attorney General and New York City Department of Consumer Affairs told Dr. Sebi to remove the ads. He refused and was arrested. Yep. The charges leveled against him including practicing medicine without a license, selling products not approved by the FDA, and fraudulently claiming that he could cure AIDS and other diseases. The judge asked Dr. Sebi to bring in one patient who could testify that he had cured him or her of these potential fatal diseases. He reportedly provided 70 patients and won the case, and the legend of Dr. Sebi was born.
Gave you 69 more.
He said,
now what?
Oh, you want one? I'll bring you 70.
Right. Right. How about 69 more for that?
Now, they claim he died of pneumonia. Right? And so, Dr. Sebi's family couldn't get him out of jail.
Nope.
They couldn't. He was born in Honduras. And that was one of the reasons, too, Lisa Left Eye was over there, too. Because she was training. She was following.
Yeah, she was following him.
His ideology and his training and everything.
And if you go back and listen to some of her tapes and stuff, and she tells you the same thing about how the living there and how much energy and the alkaline water and the fountain wherever they was at. Like she speaks on it too so highly that it's like ridiculous. Like she was like, I think she went there. I forgot how many times a year that she actually went over to Honduras.
Several times, yeah. That was one of the first times that I started hearing about all that.
They arrested Dr. Sebi in Honduras because he had $33,000 in his pocket. So they was trying to say he was laundering money. But what they failed to realize is that a lot of celebrities went to Dr. Sebi, whatever, and they were paying him nicely. You know what I'm saying? And shout out to Eddie Murphy. A lot of people don't know this. John Travolta was one, whatever. And they spoke highly of his treatments and everything like that. Nobody ever came out. They came publicly and spoke about Dr. Sebi. Nobody came for them. Nobody came for John or Eddie.
Really?
You know what I'm saying? So like I said, whatever's going on, this man was trying to do something great.
Exactly.
He was trying to do something great. We lost him allegedly.
Right.
To pneumonia.
To pneumonia of all things.
To pneummonia.
Of sickness.
But after even doing more research, and it's funny, again, goes back to Dick Gregory saying that black people, us as African Americans, we don't do our research. We quick to ride on emotions instead of researching. And so now the more knowledge that I'm getting, I really seriously want to start more clean eating. And I dove into it and then I stopped, and then I dove into it and then I stopped. And when I'm reading this, it all makes sense. It all makes sense.
The different sicknesses and why you feel certain ways.
You keep ingesting dead animals.
Yeah,
right.
Exactly.
It can't be good. Carcass. Yeah, it can't be a good thing.
No matter how good you season it.
But what people don't realize is,
and we're going to read some comments.
Yeah, it's just the way that our systems are built. When you're herbivore and versus a carnivore's system is shorter, so it actually it cycles the food through the system quicker, so it breaks down everything it needs and it expels it. We're herbivores, so our system is longer, so it takes longer for it to go through our system, and that's why all the sicknesses and all that stuff comes from, because it settles into the cells of the body, because it takes so long for it to excavate out of our bodies, and that's why we're not supposed to be eating meats. But that's science, and people, like I said, people don't want to get that deep with it, but it is that deep,
right?
And if you follow his regimen, like I'm with you, Stone, like I said, I really want to dive into it and like be for real with it. Like, we can live super long lives if we put the right stuff in our bodies and we take out all of this man-made crap that's shortening our lives and giving us colon cancers and heart attacks and strokes and diabetes, high blood pressure. Everything under the sun is coming from our food, and people don't want to believe that.
Right. We eat a lot of crap, man.
We eat a lot of crap.
I'm sitting on this show right now eating crap because I love oatmeal raisin cookies, so I'm eating crap too. I mean, I know oatmeal is supposed to be good for you, whatever. Like, but
not like that though.
Not like that, right?
That's brown sugar,
Right. Brown sugar is better than definitely white.
So they say. They can put anything on the label.
Yeah, but like I tell my wife, she's like my wife, she's getting fit, right? She's getting fit and everything, and she's on this Nutrisystem diet, right? And I'm like, that's cool. But it's all garbage food.
Exactly.
It's still garbage food in smaller quantities, right? Even the Nutrisystem diet is processed.
It's processed food.
It's processed food. I see some of the crap she eats, and I'm like, babe, go back to what you was doing before. Go back to what you was doing with the raw food diet, this and the salads and all of that. That's way better for you. Just eat in smaller portions. The whole Nutrisystem thing is to do things in smaller quantities, where it doesn't go over 2,000 calories.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
2,000 calories.
It's like if you do look at Dr. Sebi's teachings, he's on point. He's on point. And of course, that's going to make
sense. He's on Instagram, by the way, so y'all follow his page.
Who's that?
Dr. Sebi's he has a page with like all the stuff that's listed, like foods that are supposed to be good to alkaline your body, stuff that's good for inflammation, stuff that's good for asthma. Like, he has everything listed for your liver, everything.
Okay, well, real quick, you do know he's not living no more.
No, we know that, but you can still follow his. You can still follow his page.
Yes, follow his page.
You gotta talk to the kids, because they know it's not like that. Jeez, look,
he really good
for real. That he
posted for the other side.
You can't kill my body, but you can't kill my spirit.
Let's read Diddy Graham. Shout out to Diddy. Hey,
she
Diddy.
said, I followed Dr. Sebi's before and after death. DD said drink a teaspoon of vinegar helps too. Yeah, apple cider vinegar is also good for you too. Yeah. Wait 1 second. Everybody's moving quick.
About to follow the dead man right
Mucus.
now.
Oh, Didi Graham also said mucus and inflammation. Leave the meat alone. Grow your vegetables. Clean eating. What's up, Shaw? Shaw said, what's up, caveman? Man cave Shaw. I said caveman. Lord Jesus. Kenneth Turner said the money isn't made in the cure. It's in the treatment. So the government can't make money if you're not going through it.
That's a fact. Yeah.
And see the crazy thing about it. Think about what everybody's saying, Didi, and everybody's saying whatever like that. And we should eat like this or whatever. But listen, most of us know already.
Yeah.
We just don't do it.
Yeah.
Because we like what we like.
Yeah.
And that's our problem. That's our problem. Think about it. In any situation, right? Most of us know right from wrong. This goes with anything.
Right.
With relationships, with how we eat, with how we treat people, all of that.
Everything.
We know right from wrong.
Everything's a choice.
So yeah, it's all a choice. And if we're gonna act on that choice or not. And that's what it is. So we know this information is out there, and that's what I'm saying, people, when it comes to this, they got him because of this, whatever. He wasn't about to expose nothing no more differently than we already knew.
Right.
All right. And that's we don't know. Let's wait for more facts and more information to come in or whatever like that, because from what I understand as well, he was actually Nipsey Hussle was actually liked and adored by the cops.
Really?
By law enforcement out there. And he was cool. Even like the administration and the mayor out there, whatever like that.
Because the mayor said something. Yeah.
And they didn't call him this. They didn't call him that or whatever like that. So my thing is, more information will come out. Let's wait for more information to come out. We can have all these assumptions in the world, but what most important is what Kenneth Turner put in earlier in the comment is that we follow his legacy.
Right.
Yes.
That we try to do and add on to what he was trying to do.
Yeah.
In building and uplifting the community, which all of us need to do that no matter where we live.
Yeah.
No matter where you at, everybody needs to try to help build and uplift the community, man. And start supporting the businesses.
Yeah.
All right. So
Right.
outside entities won't come in and take it over.
Exactly.
And we lose it all.
Yeah.
Shout out to Deidre. She said Leviticus in the Old Testament spoke of the foods that we should eat.
Yeah, I'm mad at myself because I actually have a partner that I went to school with who does his own garden every year, and I've been telling him I wanted to start. I wanted him to come by to show me, and he started. So he was telling me before that somebody else, I forgot who it was, 112. So he posted a post the other day. He said, "Where y'all at, brother? I'm starting to build my greenhouse." And I actually was supposed to get out there this weekend and start to do the area where I want to put my garden at, and I didn't get out there. So I got to make sure I do that this week because I am actually serious about this. Like, I want to start growing my own vegetables and stuff right in my own backyard. That way I know what I'm eating. Even when it comes down to that, because even when it comes to healthy food, the government sees that everybody is trying to transition to healthy eating now, and that's why we've been having all these different outbreaks of different vegetables and fruits and stuff. All of a sudden now you got E. coli poisoning for this, E. coli poisoning for that. This, so it's like the government and these entities are trying whatever that they can do to stop us from doing that transition. It's like, come hell or high water, no, we're not gonna let you guys be healthy, because if you become healthy, we lose so much money. And people got to really wake up and see that, see the writing on the wall. A lot of people think that the government won't do these things. The government doesn't give it. If it's not a dollar sign, they don't give a damn about you. If you're not making the money.
But see, here's the thing, and this where and I know this is gonna sound cliche, whatever. Like the thing we do every day when we get food, before we pray over our food.
Yes.
Still continue to pray over your food.
Definitely.
Because you don't know. Listen, man. We are victims of what people tell us, right? We start to, if somebody says, you know what, this water is better for you, and such and such and such, and I do this big marketing campaign on this water, whatever, we're going to start to believe that this water is better. When in actuality, that water is better.
Yeah.
And this is the thing too, we get so caught up in marketing, right? So like, I've been on the essential kick. Like I've been getting the essential water, whatever, because they said it's more higher in alkaline.
9.5 alkaline.
Yeah, it's more higher in alkaline or whatever like that. I don't know, right? But you know what I can do? I can order a test.
I was just about to say that they have the tests.
I can order a water test.
Just about to tell you that, yeah.
Right?
Yep.
Right online or whatever.
And you can do it right in your house.
yourself to see.
Yeah.
So you can get your Poland Spring, and hear me out. Get your Fiji, get your Essential, all this, your different waters, and Deer Park, and that whatever.
And you can test yourself
and see which one is more acidic,
Right.
and which is more heavy, and which one is more heavy and alkaline.
Yes.
So these are things we can do ourselves
Exactly.
and everything. And this is what we have to start doing. It's sad that we have to do this, but you can't trust everything that the media put out there, and that a television show puts out there, and that Dr. Oz says is okay, because Dr. Oz is getting paid off too.
Yes. Right.
And everything, and he's making money too off of things, because they'll try to push Dr. Oz. Talk about
Yes,
this more.
they do.
And here's $1 million sponsorship for your show or whatever like that. So we don't know. So we can't really trust this outside information that's coming to us. You know, we have to do our research for ourselves. We got to take accountability for what we put into our system and what we ingest in our system.
Right. Yes.
All right, I'm off that. Let's read some comments.
So, Hey Soups, she said, we have to invest where we live. Help build. If you can't do real estate or create a business, volunteer somewhere. Call an organization or sponsor a child's registration. If you know a parent that is struggling, give them a gift certificate to the sneaker store. My point is we can all do something.
Yeah, it's a fact. That is a fact. I'm trying to clap.
Kenneth Turner said, I also thought about a new Black Wall Street. Imagine the foods and technology that blacks can bring to the table today.
Man, come on. Yeah. Come on. But see, can we? That's what I'm saying. There's so much, let me tell you. There's so much power and so much strength in unifying, right? And coming together and everything. But we got to stop allowing ourselves to be pitted against one another.
Yeah. Right.
It's a setup. It's a game. And all of us, but all of us is being played. All of us is being played. And listen, man. Caucasians is no different. Whatever. I don't care what race. All of us is being played out. Right?
Of course.
Yeah, that's a fact. Yeah.
The government really don't. Honestly, the government really don't care about black and white.
No, they care about green.
Exactly.
And that's it.
And
that's it. All of us are being played.
Yeah, but that's a fact.
Even race wars being started and all of that stuff.
Because they fund both sides.
Yes.
Exactly.
Absolutely. Come on, man. Read The Art of War. Read that book, The Art of War, if you haven't already.
Yeah, I still gotta finish that.
It's so deep. It's so deep. But I'm telling you, we being played, and we don't realize. And going back to this whole Black Wall Street thing, you know how beautiful that would be
listen.
if we could have our own everything
yeah.
in one huge community. Because they're not going to be able to burn it down this time.
No,
not this time
not.
around. They're not going to be able to shut it down. They could try. You know, their way of doing it now is red tape.
Yeah.
Let's make it harder for them to get these permits. Let's make it harder for them to get these licenses. Let's make it harder for them to get this land. That's the way of doing it now.
Yeah.
You know, you're not just coming in and just burning down our community. You know what I'm saying? But they'll find a way where they can pit one of us against each other where we'll burn it down our damn selves.
Right.
And that's the sad part about it.
Or the way, like you just said it, how somebody said earlier, you know, they want to get the war started so the National Guard can come in. They'll burn it down. You know what I'm saying? But either way, like I said, they'll try to get rid of it. But you know, we got to get to that point where we got to stop letting others infiltrate us, and we got to stand up for one another, and we got to do right by one another. That's the only way we're going to make it, because things just keep going from bad to worse.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? It just I don't even know what to say. Like it's really getting bad out here. That to the point that it's like wow. It's like when are we just going to wake up as a people? You know, and realize that we do have to stick together. And maybe segregating ourselves again might be the answer. People, I mean, we fought for desegregation many years ago. But you know what? Maybe it's the best thing that we could do. Maybe if we all live together, we took care. But that's the thing. We got to take care of one another, not stab each other in the back, not be jealous, not backbite. You know what I'm saying? We can get somewhere.
Yeah. It sounds good, bro.
It sounds great.
It does. It always sounds good.
It sounds good. Let's read some comments.
Yes.
Dee Dee Graham said, just like I sell CBD oil, good for many illnesses, the government stopped cannabis years ago and doctors were prescribing this. Now the government will grab the CBD and mess that up. Money is what they want, so they will stop you from taking it to keep pharmaceutical companies thriving. Pam Washington said all neighborhoods should have a community garden.
Yeah.
Barb Guillory said his death was bigger than just Crenshaw.
Yes, absolutely.
Definitely.
And Dee Dee said that's why this war is a falsehood, because it's pharmaceutical drugs killing these colonizers, not heroin, cocaine, and weed.
Man.
And that was the last one from before, whatever.
Opioid. I have never heard that term so much, except in the past, what, 3, 4 years, 5 years now? Opioid addiction. Whatever. You know, before you used to strung out heroin.
Exactly.
You was a dope fiend.
When it was one of us, exactly.
Yeah,
and you need to be locked up, put away forever.
Yeah, now they ain't got Narcan and all of that now. You OD on this stuff now, they can just bring you back to life. Or whatever, you know, with Narcan or whatever the case may be. Man, come on, man. Listen.
I agree. Yep.
It's only a problem when it hits y'all.
Yeah, and that's when change comes.
And listen, that's when that privilege kicks in and everything. I mean, we could talk about that all day. So we know what it is. And again, we know what it is. But going back to, again, what Kenneth Turner said, what are we going to do about it?
Right.
Like, and that's the whole key with a lot of our problems, a lot of our issues, because everybody that's listening to the sound of our voice is talented. Got some type of skill set.
Yeah, everybody.
Talented, genius in their own way. Like, everybody's listening to the sound. I don't care what platform you're listening on, whether it be YouTube, Twitter, Periscope, the website, wherever, Facebook, wherever. Everybody has some form of talent and skill set that we need to put into play and bring together to build what we are calling Black Wall Street or whatever the case may be. But we can do that. But will we? And that's the case. And that's the whole point.
And Daryl D, he hit it on the nail. He said the powers that be continually plant seeds so that our focus on unity and uplifting ourselves is always an afterthought. And that's the problem. That we're listening too much to what they're saying and what they're planting in our brains and trying to throw our focus off and making us believe this and that. It's like, once you do your research and you start reading and really start looking into things that are so obvious, they're in your face, it's right there. And like Trish said, we get more done when we pull together. When we come together, we could get so much more done. Yeah. But that's the problem. Nobody wants to pull together because everybody's too busy doing this and that, and thinking selfishly and not thinking how can we uplift each other as a people, as a community, as whatever. There's too much selfishness, and that's the damn problem. Or that greed shit was killing us too.
Absolutely.
She said, just like the foreclosure market, when it hit white Americans, then it became a crisis.
Yes.
When we were losing our houses left and right, it was like,
subprime mortgages and all of that. I was a victim. I was a victim.
But see, I was one of those people. I said, listen, that sounds good. The premise of it sounded good in theory. People like, oh yeah, we know, because if it drops, my rates gonna drop it. I was like, and I used to say to everybody, yeah, but what about if when they go up? No, but they saying it's good. I'm not going off of what they saying. Don't give me no adjustable nothing. I want a fixed rate. So many people. I had a friend who had to sell his house because I think he might was late on one payment. He paid one payment late, and they shot his rate up so much that his mortgage doubled.
Wow.
And he was like, I can't pay twice what I was paying before. Like, are they crazy? This ain't legal. Yeah, it was legal because it's in the contract. So I guess, like I said, all he was late on was one payment, and they skyrocketed his interest rate, and he lost his house. He had to sell his house.
Wow,
that's crazy.
Wow. Dee Graham said, many are not critical thinkers. They are followers of the masses. This is true. Let's clap that up.
Man, oh man.
Let's clap that up.
The sheep burrito.
No doubt. Shout out to everybody on the check-in. Listen, click the share button. Hit the share button right now.
Yes.
Share it out. This is information and this is dialogue that people need to hear, man. People need to hear, and people need to respond to, and people need to act and react. All right, so make sure y'all just click the share button. Boom, share it out. Share it out. Many times you can. Let's get this information out there. Shout out to everybody on the other platforms. We'll check on you in just 1 second. There's a lot going on.
That's deep.
Real quick. Remember, the show is sponsored by Four Brothers Restaurant. Four Brothers Breakfast, Southern Comfort Food. All right, they are located in 41 Mountain Boulevard, Warren, New Jersey. Give them a call. That's 908-834-8889. That's Four Brothers Restaurant. And just look at some of that delicious food, man.
Jesus
we
Christ.
was up in the building this Saturday with the Owl Live, and man, there was some good, delicious food they had there.
But you see how we can say all that, and then you see that fried chicken, and you like,
yes, I'm not looking at it.
Drooling. I'm looking.
I'm trying not to look.
I'm trying to get up the chicken. That's the last thing.
I tell you what, how about Dr. Sebi just on the weekdays?
You said just
what happened?
The Dr. Sebi diet on the weekdays and weekends.
4 brothers.
But it's true because they do say you can eat whatever you want as long as you're not over consuming yourself with certain things. So it could be a cheat day thing, right? See, that's the bull. That's the choice.
The bull.
But make sure y'all check out 4 Brothers Southern Comfort Food. And make sure you tell them the Man Cave Morning Show, BKS1 Radio sent you there.
Yes, oh my God, and, I'm drooling right now. Seriously.
Yeah, enjoy some of that food, man. And also, we are also sponsored by TGI Fridays. Make sure you come out and rock out with us this Friday.
Yes.
Come on out from 10 p.m. to 1 a.m. It's Friday Night Live.
Yes.
It's the happy hour mix. Powered by WBKS1.com. We had a good time this week.
Yeah, man.
Shout out to the team and all the DJs. I'll be on the 1s and 2s rocking out on Man Smooth P this week, so make sure you come check us out.
It.
Yes. You know the BKS DJs, myself, DJ Jess, DJ Smooth P, KT, and Sassy, and everything. We're going to be rocking out, having a good time. And listen, man, it's half off appetizers, it's drink specials and everything. You can have a great time like you at the club, but inexpensively at TGI Fridays with us when we rock out. All right, so it's 10 p.m. to 1 a.m.
Yes.
Get there a little early so you can get your spot at the bar and everything. It's a good, grown, sexy, grown folk time. That's all I'm saying. Come out and have some fun. Now, back to this stuff, and this you was about to read a comment or
yes.
Okay.
Let me just find it. Oh, so Pam Washington had said, let me go find her.
I got it.
Got it, Black America?
Black America has been brainwashed into thinking that they need white money, not recognizing that they are the money.
Yep.
We definitely need to clap that up. That is a fact. That is crazy how we go to these white financial institutions to ask to borrow our own money, and they tell us no. Like, how crazy is that? I'm asking you, could I use some of my money and it's a little bit of somebody else's money? I'm sorry, we can't help you out.
Right.
You know, but it's the way the system divides. Like I said, we got to do better. We got to open up more black banks, and the black banks that they are out. We have to support them.
No doubt. I want to talk about this story real quick, man. It was a sad story I heard about. The college student in South Carolina was killed because she got intoxicated. She was hanging out with friends and everything, and then she called the Uber, and she got in the wrong car. That wasn't her Uber, and she was kidnapped, murdered.
Yeah.
And just a sad story when I heard about it. And let me switch to that real quick for y'all.
See, now I'm confused. The car that she got in, was he an Uber period, or was he just sitting there just waiting for his prey?
I'm not sure, but it says a college student got into the car. She thought it was her Uber. Police say she was found dead in the field. Suspect held in murder of student killed after getting into a car she mistook for her Uber. Now, we're going to run the story, and then let's talk about this thing, man, because we got to start protecting ourselves. All right, let's run this clip.
The entire series of events in this case happened in a matter of 2 days, according to Columbia Police Chief Skip Holbrook. Our Michael Fuller has a timeline.
1:30 a.m. Friday, Samantha Josephson was with her friends at the Bird Dog Bar in Five Points. Police say she got separated from her friends, then called an Uber. 2:09 a.m., Josephson gets in a black Chevy Impala off of Hardin Street. Police believe she mistook the car for her Uber ride. 1:30 p.m. Friday, Josephson's roommates called police because she did not come home. A missing persons report was filed. 4 p.m., turkey hunters discover a body in a wooded area in Clarendon County. It was later identified as Josephson. 5:07 p.m., the suspect, Nathaniel Rowland, posted Facebook updates, not in relation to the alleged crime. 8:30 p.m., police send out a missing person alert. 3 a.m. Saturday, a canine officer makes a routine traffic stop on a black Chevy Impala in the Five Points area. The driver fled the scene, but officers tracked him down. He was later identified as 24-year-old Nathaniel Rowland. A search of the Impala found liquid bleach, window cleaner, germicidal wipes, and a large amount of blood later identified as Josephson's.
A cell phone belonging to the victim was found inside the passenger compartment of the suspect vehicle. Further investigation on the suspect vehicle determined that a child safety seat was in the back, and then the child safety locks were activated on the door that would not allow someone to the means of escape.
6:05 a.m. Seymour Josephson posts on Facebook, that his daughter had died.
The entire series of events in this case happened in a matter of 2 days, according to Columbia Police Chief Skip Holbrook. Our Michael Fuller has a timeline.
1:30 a.m. Friday.
This is why, listen, this whole Uber Lyft thing is cool. It's the greatest concept in the world and all that. But you still got to take some safety precautions, man. Listen.
Whether you're the rider or the driver.
Listen, when you see the car out there, you ask them, who are you picking up?
Right.
And if they don't know your name, if they can't look on the app and they don't know your name, don't get in the damn vehicle.
Not even that. You know who I have a real problem with in this whole situation? It's not even the fact that she got into the wrong car and her life was taken. It's the fact that if you're gonna go out with your, first of all, I'm not calling you a real friend. If I'm going out drinking with my friends and we're not all making sure that each of us is getting home safely to our door, or we're safe enough to get home or whatever, like check this out, then I'm not going out. We don't need to be going out. We don't need to be drinking. There's no way in hell that they were drinking or having a good time, and she's separated from her friends to have to go home by herself to even be put in that position. Because if she was driving with somebody or traveling with somebody, I'm pretty sure that they probably could afford more. Something could, or maybe he would have thought twice, like, oh, too many people in the car, I'm not gonna have too much control over the situation unless he shot them both. You know what I mean, in the car or whatever. But you can't do that. You can't go out drinking and then just get like you said, just get into a car by accident. And again, when you go into these Ubers and these lifts, they are to tell you what your name is first before you get in. And that's not even to say that you're going to still be safe, because
exactly.
You could really be getting into a car with a crazy. But it's just like, you got to be a little bit more cautious about your surroundings and what you're doing, man. Especially when you're intoxicated. That's sad.
But I know both Uber and Lyft, they actually, like, they give you a lot of information. They give you the make of the vehicle, the color, the license plate, everything, and then they send you the picture.
Even though they've messed up a
driver.
couple of times, because I've gotten into a car, I was waiting for a purple, like a purple Honda and a white or a silver car. I'm like, what the hell?
You don't get into it, because that means that's not Uber messed up. That means that they switched vehicles.
Right. But it'll be the right license plate number and whatever, but the color of the car will be completely different. It'll be the right make, license plate is on point, driver's name is on point, but the car pulls up and it's a different color, and I'm like, what? So you know, even and I've even made that mistake to be like, oh well, on the app it says purple, and he's like, oh, I don't know why, because my car is this color. I'm like, Lord, I'm like, thank God I made it home. You know what I mean? Just in case, but it's scary.
Yeah, let's read some comments.
Just get your license. How about that? Drive your own damn car. Soup said, originally I liked Uber Lyft because I can see the car pick up and drop my daughter off. What was this guy doing? Was he there looking to get someone? Pure evil. That's what I said. Yep. Yeah. Remu said, even though they give information, you still must be careful.
That's a fact. Yeah.
Sandy said, thank you, Akisa. I said the same thing. How are your friends not watching you? Exactly.
Yeah.
Thais said exactly the same thing. Praying for both families. Barb said exactly. Kissing the Uber also has a picture of, of the person and the car and the app.
Yeah. Everything. Like, I mean, even as a guy,
we leave together, we come together. Yep.
Yeah, I'm about to say, even as a guy, like I'm not letting none of my dude friends, like, I'm like, like, I'm very protective. If we somewhere and I don't, I don't see somebody, I'm looking for them. Like, where's so and so? I don't know. I'm searching for them. You know what I'm saying, to make sure everything is good. Let alone to say, oh no, you go ahead off on your way. And we guys, so as a female, man, like that's crazy to me. Like, you don't let your, and you guys been drinking, so you don't got all your wits.
That's one thing which like I know from experience. Like, even when we drinking and we having a good time, how many times I was like, oh, I need to go home, and y'all be like, no, you ain't going your ass nowhere. Sit your ass down and go to sleep.
Yeah.
You got to do what you got to do to protect one another. And nowadays, it ain't even, like you said, even the men can get it too. Like,
definitely.
And that's why I feel like it's really, really unfair that the government doesn't let anybody walk around with mace and things that we can protect. Like, how are you going to confiscate something that I can use to basically defend myself?
Absolutely.
You know how many mace pumps I've gotten taken away from my cops?
Y'all carried it anyway.
Come on, man.
Carry it anyway. Put it in your bag.
Robert Graham said, simply check the plate number.
What's up, Rob?
There are cases where Uber and Lyft drivers use a temporary car like a rental.
Yeah.
Excuse me, or no longer, but they do not update the vehicle info on their apps. In that case, you'll want the driver to verify who they're picking up. And that's me. as a person who's used Lyft before, you know what I'm saying, that's the driver always. I verify who you are and you verify who I am. Like, so that way we know we're starting off safe.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I mean, I'm one, I always look, oh, maybe that's it. I'm like, no, that's not it. And that's I'm looking at my app, like I'm looking at the app. It says such and such a vehicle, such and such a color, and this is the plate. So when I see that plate coming up, I know who. Like, I don't go rushing to no cars. I look, okay, YBBB 713. Okay, YBB 713. Because the same vehicle, I've had that happen. The same vehicle will drive up, you know, but it's not.
Yes.
It could be the
Yes.
same exact vehicle, make everything.
Yes.
And people want to run to the car. No, I'm going to look for that license plate.
Please don't
be careful.
Don't do what I did one night. One night I was short on cash. I was coming from New York. And I was stuck in Newark Penn Station. So I was like, damn. So you know, at a certain time, you ain't taking no train
home. Yep.
So I'm like, I cannot sleep in Newark Penn Station.
It's rough.
So I'm like, I got to get back home. So I went out there trying to negotiate with the cab drivers. Right? I was like, listen, how much does it cost to get from Newark to Plainfield? And he was like, it's gonna be $80. And then one cab driver, one dude told me $85. I had $40 on me.
Oh wow!
Right? I had $40 on me. The Uber thing wasn't working right for some reason. My phone was about to die. So this one guy came up.
First of all, it don't cost no $8, but go ahead.
That's what he told me.
Yeah, okay.
It was
so,
late
so
night.
this one guy came up in a burgundy car, whatever. He's like, bro, where you trying to go? I said, Plainfield. He was like, you got your app? I said, my phone is down. He said, I'm Uber. He said, you know what? He's like, and he did have the Uber thing up. You know, they have the clip up on their thing, whatever.
Yeah.
So he's like, how much you got? I said, $40. He said, get in. Right? So I'm looking at dude, you know what I'm saying? Like, all right. So I'm sitting in the back. Yeah, I said, yeah, man. I said, my daughter's out there on the porch waiting on me. She can't get in, blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, yeah, my daughter's, she's like 14 years old. She's sitting on the porch waiting. Just a story.
Yeah.
Just to make them feel like it's important. But even man,
story, whatever. Like, I was nervous. I was looking at
I
was looking at dude.
Fight show.
No, drove up, and I lied about the house. Right, I gave him like maybe 5 houses down and everything. So he dropped me off there. I gave him the $40, whatever. And then he sped out. I waited till he sped off, whatever. And then I walked the rest of the way home. But see, even that, I'm a man.
Yeah.
But I was like, yo, something didn't seem right.
Right.
Yeah, if you had a gun, knife, or anything.
Listen, if y'all lose sound, just go to BKS1 Radio TV. I'll put in the link. If you lose any sound on FB, you know how FB acts up sometimes. If you do lose sound, just go to BKS1 Radio TV on YouTube, and we'll continue the show.
Yes.
Now, let's read some comments.
Thais Poole said, Mace bleach, you need to have something on you. DD said, I got Mace and other things. Take it, I'll buy another one. DT says, stay your ass home. And also, he's a dumb nickel poop. You know what? Trish said, I have received notice when they have changed drivers on me. Robert K. Graham says, simply check the plate number. There are cases where Uber and Lyft drivers. Oh, you read that already? Yeah. So that was it.
She said, I have received notice when they have changed drivers on me?
Yeah, they do that. Like
I've never seen that happen.
Yeah. Because
really?
some would just drop you.
If they drop you and then somebody else pick it up.
Somebody else picks up.
Okay. Wow.
Damn, Thais. Thais says she must be my spirit animal, because that's something I would do. She said, I got some bleach inside a little eyeglass cleaner bottle. Throw it tight on my purse. Throw it right in my purse. No, I mean, but it's true though.
My mother would do that.
I would do that too.
My mother's thing is ammonia.
Oh yeah, blind the shit out of somebody.
My mother thinks ammonia. She's like, I'll throw this ammonia right on you.
Yep. For real.
That's my mom's thing.
She said, I'll throw this ammonia.
No doubt. Real quick, man. I told you, I don't know who I was talking to.
Don't mix with bleach.
I said, watch. So you know the 2020 campaign is coming up. And a lot of people deciding to run and everything. Now there's this mayor, I forgot, from some little small hick town. He's a mayor, and he's a gay mayor, whatever. And he's young, and he just got $7 million donated to him to run his campaign for president. So like they hyping him up right now. He could be the first, and everybody likes him and everything. They was talking about him on CNN. So now they're talking about Biden. Biden is, he may be ready to announce his run, but I knew they was going to try to smear him in some type of way.
Yeah.
Here comes a woman coming forward. And let's talk about this, man, because this is getting on my nerves. I ain't going to front. And ladies, don't be upset. Don't be upset. But it's really getting on my nerves, right? And like at a critical time. So this was 5 years ago this happened, right? So former Nevada candidate accuses Biden of unwanted touching, which he doesn't recall. All right?
Jesus.
Now,
It didn't happen.
Let's read the story. All right. A former Nevada Democrat Assemblywoman and candidate for lieutenant governor has come forward detailing an unwanted encounter with Vice President Joe Biden when he campaigned for her in 2014. Lucy Flores writes in the New York Magazine about her awkward experience with Biden, saying he grabbed her shoulders from behind, sniffed her hair, and then planted a kiss on the back of her head before a campaign event.
Wow.
On Friday, a spokesman for Biden said the former vice president and staff who were present do not recall what she describes. I'm not suggesting that Biden broke any laws, Flores writes, but the transgressions that society deems minor or doesn't even see as transgressions often feel considerable to the person on the receiving end. The imbalance of power and attention is the whole point and the whole problem. All right, so here's the lady that they're talking about. This is Lucy Flores. And I'm like, wow, okay, this is 5 years ago. Why bring it up now?
Now,
when
right.
you know this man is about to run for
It's
president.
like, yo, people's timing is crazy.
How much did they pay
yeah,
Lucy?
she looks real happy in the
Real
pic.
giddy.
Yeah.
I don't understand people's timing though. Like people always wait till
The timing.
somebody's getting ready to run for something or come into some money or be in a better position than they were 10 years ago when you knew them, and now all of a sudden he touched your ankle.
Well, this is my thing,
and
though.
rubbed your shin bone the wrong way. Come on,
If
stop.
this is all that they could, if this is all they could pull up on Joe, then you know.
he sniffed her hair.
Kudos to you,
okay.
Joe. If this is the dirtiest thing
Right.
that they could pull out,
Right.
the skeleton closet on you.
Like for real,
Are
he
they
sniffed
serious?
my hair
He
and
sniffed
kissed the
my
back of my
hair,
head.
and I felt icky all over.
Yo, I can't. It's just like
Knock it off.
I don't even mean to laugh. It's just that some of these accusations are just freaking asinine.
I'm
Sometimes
getting
so
tired
stupid.
of it. And everybody, you know, with this whole Me Too movement, it's like, to me, stuff like this hurts what the movement is
Oh,
really supposed to be about.
Yes.
Right.
And it changes the
Yes.
whole narrative to Me Too, whatever, Me Too, whatever. 5 years, it just looks awkward.
Right.
You know this man is about to announce his run or whatever like that. So you try to put a stain or taint.
Now you have to tell it all.
His character.
Yeah.
Now you got to tell it all. Like, come on, man. Like,
Stop it.
really? You got a president sitting in the White House, all right, that's grabbing him by the pussy.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? And saying all types of
screwing porn stars married to a porn star.
Yeah, come on. All types of
Exactly.
derogatory things, whatever, and we're concerned about that. I don't know. I'm sorry.
Get it together, people.
I want to know how female feel about it. I'm just curious.
I can tell Phyllis said, go sit down somewhere. Why now?
Mhm.
Sandy said,
Fame.
first of all, 5 years ago, he was vice president. Why didn't she talk about this awkward experience then?
Right.
Please stop trying to get your 5 minutes of fame.
Mhm.
Get
F
out
outta
of
here.
here. I mean, DT said, they are foolish. Wow. Some of these women are doing these things for other reasons. Apparently, she's running for president, so she's trying to get him out. Oh, she's running also?
Oh, is she?
Really? Oh, what a tangled web that we weave.
For real.
Yeah,
Jesus.
He sniffed my hair and I
Kissed the
felt
back of my head.
icky all over.
Didi said people know that he has a better chance of
Yeah,
winning
that's a fact.
than any of these candidates. And Daryl D. Mack said money, 15 minutes of fame is a motivating factor.
Jeez, man, come on. I mean,
Yeah.
come on, man. Let's use this
telling
Me
you,
Too
man.
movement for some real issues, some serious stuff. All right.
Yeah, Didi said I think she's
Yeah,
fishing because of her. She wants to run.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm leave that there.
That's not the way you do it, though.
I'm leave that there.
At all.
Tell me about what's going on in this clip that I'm about to run now. With the cop was in the hospital for what?
Oh yeah, apparently this young man was brought in who was suicidal, who tried to kill himself, and these two officers who I guess were watching over him in the emergency room decided that this was their way of, I guess, calming him down. He seemed like he was kind of calm. I don't know if they hit him with something to make him chill out, but in this video, it doesn't show the actual end where there's two police officers and the last police officer actually turns the camera and like he's smiling, like, you know, like trying to be funny, like kikiing about the fact of what his partner is doing and what his partner does is some real sucker shit. But here you go.
Here's a clip.
The era of the sucker.
Right here. You see my cheek? Go at it. You got the right guy. Hey. Yeah, bitch.
I'm a what?
Do it. I'm fucking playing with you. Calm your ass down. Yes, I am. Right here. You see my cheek? Go at it. You got the right guy. Hey. Yeah, bitch.
I'm a what?
Do it. I'm fucking playing with you.
Here we go. Back to the narrative of what I always say. People are like, no, there's good cops out there. Yeah, there's bad ones and there's good ones too. Okay, so was one of them a good cop? I don't know, because to me, if I sat there, if my partner was about to, if I'm a cop and my partner's about to slap somebody who's already mentally ill, I'm probably not going to sit there and let them do that.
Right.
And that's, like I always say, that's my problem. If you can't tell me a cop is a good cop if they stand back and let a bad cop do what bad cops do, that make them both make them both dirty and bad cops.
Yeah, both of them should be fired.
Yes,
yep, absolutely.
I agree with Phyllis.
Yep.
Yeah, both of them should be fired.
If you sit there and watch it, you're just as guilty. You might as well smack them too. You're just as guilty to me.
I just think that we all need to raise money so we can get our seat to Mars on the space shuttle. No, I'm serious.
Ain't gonna be no different.
I just want to take my kid. I mean,
it's gonna be racism out in space.
It's gonna be some disrespect for Martian.
So let's just find an island somewhere where nobody knows that. Start growing up gardens, like we said, and just make our own BKS1 community.
Start the eating it back. Garden of Eden.
Yep. Yeah, what happened with this story? I'm trying to find out more about it. When the black guy who was freed from prison 13 years ago.
Oh yeah.
Now he has to go back over.
Yeah,
it was a mistake.
It was a technical
clerical
error. He was supposed to serve consecutive sentences. He had a local sentence and he had a federal sentence. So the judge ordered him to serve them consecutively, which at the time he thought that he did. So he gets out. He's out for 13 years, changed his life around, got a job, family and everything. And them going back and checking their books and records realized that he didn't give them the 18 months. So they're like, oh, hey, by the way, I know you've been home for 13 years, but you owe us 18 months of incarceration time, and we trying to come and get you, buddy. So
here's the clip.
Yeah.
I don't think I got a clip.
No.
Let me see.
Well, basically, yeah, that was the story in a nutshell, and I know they were trying to figure it out. He was out on bail.
I think I got a clip.
Okay.
Demetrius Anderson walked out of He says he has let a lot of buying life ever since.
Made a beat.
But now
so
he may
basically,
have to go back.
His lawyer was saying, how this would affect him, and what kind of mistake is that? Like he's turned his life around, and it's crazy. Like, in my opinion, they gotta kind of eat that one. Like you not sending me back to jail. I've been out for 13 years. You got a clip?
That's crazy.
All right, here we go.
Here's a clip. Sorry about that.
Demetrius Anderson walked out of prison 13 years ago. He had served 3 years for possessing and passing counterfeit currency, and he says he has led a law-abiding life ever since. But now he may have to go back to prison, all because of a decades-old mistake. A recent audit found that Anderson was mistakenly released and had never served a 16-month federal sentence on a similar charge. Demetrius Anderson joins me now, along with his attorney, Mike Dolan. You were living your life 13 years out of a state prison. You thought it was all over, all behind you. You got a knock on your door, and it was U.S. Marshals telling you you had to go back. What was your reaction?
Devastating. I thought it was a nightmare, definitely a mistake, because you couldn't be coming for me because I didn't do anything. So, and he didn't give me a reason why they were there. It was, I opened my door willingly, and it just immediately threw me against the refrigerator and just cuffed me. So I
Demetrius Anderson walked out of prison 13 years ago. He had served 3 years for possessing and passing counterfeit currency. And he said,
And see that? This is what I'm talking about.
Yo, bruh.
Did you hear what he just said? Okay, you come into my house 13 years, right? 13 years later, knock on my door. I open up my door. I don't give you no problem. You don't give me no reason for why you coming. And the next thing you do, you throw me on my refrigerator and you handcuff. Like, what is with the mentality of the police? Like, why do they feel like they gotta be military? Like, I don't. That's what drives me nuts. You're not paid to abuse your power and to abuse the people. That's not what you were brought here for. Well, actually, that's a lie. That is what you were devised for. But you're supposed to have changed into something different.
Right.
So in this day and age, that's not supposed to be what you're here for. So why is it that's always a narrative whenever it's dealing with a black person in the police? No matter how minute the situation is, it's like it's always a turn up. And that drives me nuts. That drives me bananas. I don't get it. Like, when is it going to stop?
Tice Pool said, is that a lead on what could possibly happen to Jussie? Maybe.
Okay, I said run that concurrently.
Maybe. Yep. Sandy said they got to eat that. Yeah, they got to eat that. That's their clerical error.
Yeah,
but
I agree, man.
Well, yes, but technically, he was sentenced by law. I mean, to me, it should be. If I was his lawyer, I hope his lawyer is good enough to get that amended, because I mean, that's crazy.
Right.
Caller from the 404. State your name, where you calling from. You on the Man Cave Morning / Afternoon Show. What's good?
What's going on? This the Troublemaker.
Space. What's good, Troublemaker?
Hey, Gaz.
What up?
Hey, sweetie.
How are you?
All right, make sure you all three of y'all be there Friday. You know, 'cause I'm coming.
All right.
Oh, Lord.
Drinks on you. Drinks on you.
Drinks on you.
Yeah, drinks on me. Everybody drinking Long Island iced teas with peach schnapps on me.
Okay.
All right. What's
But
good, man?
I think the cops should have been a little more like, like compassionate or passionate about, like, yo, man, I'm sorry to tell you, dog, but I got to do this to you. I don't want to do it, but
this thing you do.
And I'm looking at the paperwork. You got to come with us.
Come on, man.
The man ain't robbed no bank.
It's us.
Yeah, exactly.
It's us. We're not going to get treated like that.
We're not going to Burger King.
I was going to say the same thing. We're not getting no Burger King and McDonald's. You know.
I'm gonna say what the famous Richard Pryor said, and I love that man. He said, "Justice, just us."
Yeah, that's a fact. Yeah,
no doubt. Let's clap.
That's all it is.
Yeah, just us.
Bruh, see you this Friday.
Yo, man, have them 2 T-shirts ready, man. I'm bringing my cousin, man, so have her extra large.
Oh wow.
Okay, extra large.
I've been working out. So just give me an extra large. Chest up.
Yeah, no doubt, man. All right, my brother. Again, appreciate you. Thanks for calling in. No doubt. And again, if you just tuned in, if you're in the area, make sure you come out to TGI Fridays. Have a good time with us. Friday Night Live from 10 p.m. to 1 a.m. It's the happy hour mix. I'll be rocking out on the 1s and 2s, doing what I do, along with my partner DJ Smooth P on the 1s and 2s, rocking out, man. The music is powered by WBKS1.com.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All right, come on out, have a good time. Listen, half price appetizers, drink specials, all of that. We're going to have a good time. Again, it's the happy hour mix, man. Fridays located at 1315 Centennial Avenue, Piscataway, New Jersey. All right, it's 1315 Centennial Avenue, Piscataway, New Jersey.
Yes.
Come on out, have a good time for the Friday Night Live with BKS1 Radio.
10 p.m. to 1 a.m., y'all.
You came out, you was rocking.
I did. Well, I was summoned by you. I felt like if I didn't come, he was gonna come and get me in his own Uber and punch me in the head. But I did. I made it out, and it was dope. It was dope. Y'all was rocking out for sure, as always.
Great time. Always a good time.
The music
Always a good
was
time.
Yeah. Thank you. Yeah, come on out, man. Have a good time. Rock out with us, man. We turn Fridays into the club.
Yes, sure.
Grown and sexy
Like
times.
for real.
No doubt. Let's read some comments and then
okay.
We're gonna keep it moving.
So Dee Dee Graham said, "Okay, Flores is supporting Bernie. She was a Nevada politician."
Oh, okay.
Sandy said they ran in his house like he was a fugitive. His lawyer will find the loophole.
Yeah, hopefully.
Vic said he should be excused for the 18 months. They their mistake, not his.
Yeah.
Daryl D. Mac said, "Is this the narrative because they face no consequences?" Victor also said the badge this day and age makes them feel powerful and makes them bullies.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's all they are.
Biggest thing it makes them is cowards.
Yeah.
But anytime it take multiple of you to handle
Exactly, one
anybody,
person.
whether it's a man, woman, child, whatever, and you think that that's cool
With excessive force,
with
that's
excessive
ridiculous.
force, you
I
know,
agree with that
that don't make you tough. That make you a punk in my book.
Wow. Oh, don't forget, April 14th is going down.
Yes.
It's the Ultimate Day Party. It's our Who Owns the Mic?
Yes.
And Aries
Yes.
birthday bash.
Celebrating Sandy Boo and
Yes.
Maria Boo.
Celebrating Sandy, my wife Sandy,
gonna be
P's wife
ladies' night.
Maria,
Yep.
celebrating their birthdays. It's the Aries birthday bash. Come on out, have a good time.
You know it's gonna be crazy.
Going down.
'Cause it's Aries.
Oh Lord.
The
At
Aries
the
birthday
Zulu Bar,
bash.
man. The Zulu Bar, that's 437 Main Street, West Orange, New Jersey.
Yes.
Powered by BKS1 Radio. It's the Who Owns the Mic open mic as well. So you're gonna hear some great entertainment, performances, all of that. Music ones and twos. I'll be rocking on the ones and twos along with DJ Smooth P,
Yes,
DJ
yes.
Jess.
Yes.
Our DJs will be in the building just rocking out. We're gonna be having a good time. They're gonna be having drink specials that night. Great food that night. Just come on out, enjoy yourself, get some birthday cake, rock out with the Aries. All right, it's their birthday bash, and again celebrating my wife Sandy and P's wife Maria. In the building.
Sidebar, they looking like they up to no good on that flyer. I'm looking at their faces like, it's gonna be a night.
All right, so that's Sunday. That's Sunday, April 14th from 4 to 9 p.m.
Yes,
Day
yes,
party,
yes.
ultimate
Yes.
day party from 4 to 9 p.m. Come on out and just have a good time. man.
Absolutely.
You know we have a good, grown, sexy time.
Yes, sir.
Y'all coming out, enjoy yourself, have some fun. All right. So you already know what it is, man. It's been interesting. I was trying to find that clip. So you see Chris Rock winning on Jussie Smollett.
Yeah.
Oh, did he?
On
the
he went in on
NAACP.
the NAACP
They
awards.
told him not to, but
Yeah,
he's like, I'm Chris Rock.
Oh, no,
don't make
I
no
gotta see
jokes. Don't
that.
make no jokes
Yeah.
about Jussie, whatever like that. And then
And he was there, right? Did he come? Did he make it?
Nah,
'Cause he was
nah,
supposed. He
nah,
was
nah.
scheduled to be there.
He was nominated.
Oh,
Right.
wow.
Yeah,
I
No,
didn't
he
realize
was.
he was
nominated. He
nominated.
was scheduled to be there, but no, everybody was like, "Oh, we don't know if he's gonna come or
Yeah,
not."
he was actually nominated.
I didn't realize
I
he was
wanna see
nominated.
that.
Yeah. So Chris Rock
Chris
said
Rock
something.
went in on him?
Yeah, to the
Yes.
effect of listen.
He
man.
wasn't too crazy with him, though, but
No,
it was
but
funny.
he was like, look, man. He said, we gonna take the U out of Jussie.
Yeah.
And just call him Jesse.
Jesse, yeah.
He was like, you only get the U. You only get the U if I got respect for you. He was like, I ain't got no respect for you. You don't get no U. He was like, you don't get no U. We gonna
Yeah.
call him Jesse. He was just going in, man. He
I
was,
just
he was
found
going in. They was like, oh.
Right here, you don't get no respect from me. I can't.
Yeah. He went in on him.
Jesus.
But man, look. Lot going on. Again, rest in peace.
Yeah, man. That's
Nipsey
still-
Hussle,
still
man.
a tough
Rest in
one
peace,
right there,
bro.
man.
Prayers out to Lauren London and his kids.
Yes,
Yeah.
prayers and condolences to the family,
man.
and everything. I hope you find justice, bro.
Yeah.
and I hope they continue the beautiful things in your legacy and the things that you set out to do, brother. Again,
Disgusting. For
yes,
real.
yes. Prayers and condolences to the
Jesus.
family, man. Just a sad situation. But again, we want to thank everybody for joining us today.
Yeah.
We will be back tomorrow morning.
Yes.
For another show, hot topic, all of that. We're going in tomorrow, and man, I appreciate you all. And shout out to everybody on the multiple platforms, no
Yes.
matter what platform you was checking us out on the website, on YouTube, Twitter, Periscope, the TuneIn app, Twitch, whatever you listen to us on. We appreciate you all. Facebook, and just remember, this show is never about us.
It's always about you.
Because
You are the next best kept secret.
Yep, and we love y'all.
Ain't nothing damn thing you can do about it.
Exactly.
Nothing.
Nothing from nothing.
No doubt.
mean
Love y'all.
nothing.
We out of here.
See y'all this Friday. Let's have some fun, y'all.
Yeah.
Spencer, and you're on BKS1 Radio.
Hey, it's your girl Chanel, BKS1 Radio, and I'm here with the beautiful Garcelle Bouzet.
I'm paying you later.
Hey, I'm the queen of comedy, some more, and right now you're rocking with BKS1 Radio.
BKS1 Radio Network. I'm here with the amazing Miss Tasha Smith. How you doing?
I'm doing so good. Thank you for coming out.
Yes.
I really appreciate it.
Hello, Denise Boutte. Hey, what's up? Shout out to BKS1 Radio. See you soon.
Brick City's finest, J.D. Williams. I'm in the Savage Podcast Studio, chilling at BKS1 Radio.
BKS1 Radio. I'm here with the legendary Mr. Dick Gregory. How you doing today, sir?
Fantastic, brother, and thank you.
This is Essence Atkins, and this is BKS1 Radio.
Jamie Foxx, BKS1 Radio. What's going on with you?
Storming on. This is George Dr. Funkenstein Clinton for BKS1 Radio. They be doing the dog, y'all.
Yo, this is Chris Spencer, and you're on BKS1